Hi, and welcome back to 5 Minutes of Fantasy Sports. Today we're going to be talking football, and we're going to be going through the waiver wire process. So let's take a look at my screen here. I'll get my screen a little smaller for my big old head. And what I want to do is take a look at the players from last week. Ones who did well. Let me zoom this in a bit here. There we go. Take a look at my team first and see how my team did, and then look for possible needs, and we'll go over the FAAB process. I always used to think FAAB stood for free agent auction bidding, but it actually doesn't. It's free agent acquisition budget. And depending on your league, you may or may not have this setting. So if you don't have the FAAB dollars, you don't have to worry about setting a price. You can just put in a waiver claim. But if you do, it'll make sense when we go through it. So always look at your team's need. That would be your tip for today. Look at your team's need and also look at your matchup coming up. So for this week, I'm not sure Michael Thomas is going to play again. Still not. Well, Antonio Brown's out on a bye. So I got Randall Cobb, who I'm probably not going to hold on to. And I got Samaje Perine, who I'm probably not going to necessarily keep either. I have him just as a backup to Mixon. So what I would look at my team and see, I also have two defenses, which I don't really need since they've both gone through their bye. But I think my need this week is going to be a backup running back because Eckler was out already. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over in Yahoo here and I'm going to click on players. And I'm just going to look at the week 8 players. And there's actually some pretty neat things you can do here. You can do this on the app, and you can also do this here on the actual website as well. So if you go to research, it'll show you transaction trends. This is a lot easier to find on the phone. But this shows you who other owners are adding, and it shows you the numbers that are being added. So you can see very clearly many people are dropping Robert Tonyan. Deshaun Watson is being dropped. But what we want to find are ads. So what you can do is click on where it says ads. And it'll sort it by that. And you can see kickers are being added. Miami defense. We see this guy, Jay McNichols. Jeremy McNichols is the running back for Tennessee. So Tennessee's had a big issue where their running back, Derrick Henry, is probably out for the rest of the season. They've also worked out Adrian Peterson, and they've added him to their practice squad, I think. Let me see if I can get this on the screen. He was signed to the practice squad roster, and then he'll be elevated. He's probably going to be someone who gets some work as well. So I would even consider adding Adrian Peterson like it's still 2005. But, a running back's a running back. If you get your points, points are points. It doesn't matter where they come from. So another option to consider is if he's available, I would consider adding the quarterback for Tennessee because he's probably going to get some extra passing in, especially if Julio Jones comes back. So if he's available in your league, I'd pick him up, Bridgewater. Let me go back to players here and take a look. All right, so that's one way to do some quick research, just to take a look. I would put a waiver claim in on one of those running backs. And if you need a backup running back, I would also consider doing it. Tannehill's the quarterback for Tennessee. So he's available. I don't really need him, though. So what I'll do is back out of this. So I'll go back and I'll just give you an overview of the FAAB, the free agent acquisition budget, and the way it works. So to find that, you're going to go to your league. And when you go to your league, it should show you, if you scroll down, some numbers. So waiver budget shows how much is left for different people. So the guy in my league who has Derrick Henry is this guy, Bear Force 1. He's got all $100 to spend. There's other people who've used their money. Usually the people who don't spend it don't really make many moves. So anyway, what he might do is take one of the guys and spend more on it. So it's up to you to kind of consider where you're at in relation to the rest of the league. I'm kind of in the middle somewhere. I've used different waiver claims. You can do it in my league. You can try to add someone for $0. You're just not likely to get it. So what I'll do is I'll go back to transaction trends. I'm going to add I'll put a waiver claim in either for Adrian Peterson or for the other guy, McNichols. So I'll just go through the process. So say I want to add McNichols, I'll pick him because he's actually there. He knows the playbook. He'll do some passing, and he might turn out to be a decent running back too. Who knows? So I'll do McNichols, and the person I'll drop is going to be Randall Cobb. I have enough receivers. All right, so now what you do is you just decide how much you're going to bid. So I can bid up to $66. It also gives you a look here as far as how much money other people have. So for me, it's not a huge priority. I'd be happy spending 10 of my dollars on it. And so I'll put that bid in, and then Wednesday night is the night where the waivers will go through. So that's basically what I would suggest, is figure out the FAAB, how much you want to spend, and then after you do that, tomorrow you check back in and see if you got the waiver claim, and then you're good to go. All right, so that's my tip of the day, and a little longer than 5 minutes today, but you don't want to rush good things. So anyway, that's it for today. I hope your fantasy day goes well, and I will see everybody tomorrow.